Okay.
Good day.
That's for the thumbnail. Content creation. This is like week 2, and we already have a guest.
I'm on it.
We are like moving quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today, what are we going to do? You're going to show us some tunes that you're working on.
Yeah, I guess we've been sending each other tunes maybe for like a year. But I don't think we've actually sat down with each other and like...
We have never been in the studio together.
No.
It's mainly the pub.
Equipment. Yeah. We've lent equipment, we've sent music.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if you can write music or if you've been using AI. And likewise.
I've actually got a ghost producer.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
So much easier, isn't it? Less stress. Yeah. So I thought we could have a look at a track that I guess it's sort of finished, but like I think it's quite fun and where I'm wanting to move my music towards. It's quite like DJ friendly. Probably not maybe somewhere in the middle of like, I think you're more on like classic house, dub, techno, and I'm slightly more in the tech housey world, and maybe this is like a fun middle ground.
Yeah.
For us to explore.
That's good, man. I think it's important to like try and like not stick to too many genres. Like make your own subgenre, basically.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. How do you go about doing that though?
Well, just borrowing from genres and not worrying about like if a genre has like a certain sound. Like, for instance, the last video I did was like on dub chords or whatever and dub delays. But like you can use that in anything really. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I remember you saying to me last year, I can't remember who it was. It might have been like Shanti Celeste or someone you heard in an interview where she was like, I just sample house kicks.
Was it Paramita.
Paramita, that was it, yeah.
When she was like, if you want to make the music, like sample the music, basically. Yeah.
Like go to the source, go to the well.
Man, that was like a life-changing interview. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, when was that?
It was just on DJ Mag. I just was reading through it. And at the time, I just had kind of found out who she was. So I was like really getting into it. And
which who is she for anyone who doesn't know?
Paramita.
Yeah.
Google it. I don't know.
After this video, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Pause and Google it.
Yeah.
No. She's a sick producer, but is from, what's the label called again? Forgot. Love on the Rocks.
Love on the Rocks, that's it.
Yeah,
she's like South American, right? Isn't she? Is she Chilean?
I think so, but then she's like, I don't know. Google it, as I say.
Yeah. This is cool, yeah. No, it's funny when you read interviews and you have those things, those moments.
Well, it's just such a light bulb moment, and then it's like, if you want to make like a sound, then just record. You can make full sample packs out of like sampling those old records, and then you can just suddenly have, like, at least start with the textures of something. Yeah. And then like it's a good starting point.
Yeah, because especially in like, I wonder if this track has anything like that. It actually maybe doesn't, but usually I would stick in like a white noise or whatever, just so it's like it doesn't instantly sound like a door. Yeah. Depends what you're trying to do, right, doesn't it? If you're making a Skrillexy sound thing, like if you're young and trying to make like modern, like really, really fresh stuff, you probably want it to sound clean and big. But for me, there's like a tiny bit of like nostalgia. Like house music's really great when it looks back as well as looking forward, right? Yeah.
And also giving it that analog feel. I think that's why it's important to use like saturation and distortion and noise.
Yeah.
When you're working in the box, obviously.
Yeah.
Because those things happen naturally, like.
Yeah.
Usually if you're like recording, like room noise and all that kind of shit.
Like the engineer side of things, like plugging into equipment, into stuff, going into like a desk or a pedal or something. Yeah. Which you got to try and recreate that with, I guess, plugins, right?
Yeah. Are you big on that or like?
I think definitely at the start.
But you record, sorry to interrupt, you record a lot of instruments anyway, don't you? In your studio?
Yeah, I always, so it's quite funny with a lot of my tracks. I wonder if you can hear it with this, I'll check. But basically, these Macs, I don't know if anyone knows this, when you use USB hubs, because I'm sure everyone knows, these are like USB-C and like most, so I've got like a small set of synths that I like to send MIDI out to and then bring back in and record. So like this track has got the Edge, which is basically the Behringer version of the DFAM. Maybe we should listen to it.
Yeah. Set up with it.
On here?
Yeah. It's a bit crackly, that's my sound card, but yeah.
So, it might actually not do it on this, but basically, because of this is quite boring actually, but basically it sends out like hum on all the audio that I record. Like, it's like a...
Yeah, like digital like noise.
And it's on all of the recordings I do.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's from the USB-C?
It's from the USB-C, yeah.
yeah.
I've like, so there's my saturation. That's that, but I've heard it on like loads of the tracks. I'm trying to actually see if I can hear it on this.
Is that what you use dither and stuff for? Because I still am so confused by dither.
Dither adds noise, right?
Yeah, to get rid of like
get.
the bit ratey kind of sound.
Yeah, so it's like, is it when you bounce out? If we go
it's
to
when you
Ableton,
bounce out, yeah.
Bounce out, it's here somewhere, right? It's the dithering thing.
Yeah.
And it's because compression removes stuff, so the dither adds noise, so it performs better, I think, the compression.
Okay, yeah.
That might be not 100% right, but it's doing something along those lines.
So no one's fact-checking around here.
Anyway, should we have a little listen to this?
Have a little listen.
And I'll maybe answer a little bit about, I like recording a mixture of like digital and analog stuff, basically.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice blend.
Yeah.
So this is like fun. Lots of 8-bar structure things happening.
Yeah.
So like DJ friendly. Sort of like early Nicholas Yar style.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of like deep, percussive, Latin-y house stuff.
Yeah.
And I really like the main groove of this.
Is that just a loop or something? Or
Yeah, I think it's, if I take this resonator plugin off, so it's like a top basically with like, obviously you can hear like the conga part has got some sort of pitch to it.
Yeah.
When you put this, you can basically tune this thing to chords, which I really like, and filter it quite nicely. I don't really know what it's doing. It's sort of like a vocoder-y sounding thing, isn't it?
I was going to say I've done something similar with the vocoder, but I've never actually chucked the resonator through there.
It's nice, and obviously you could probably go in and
that's
move
cool.
chord.
Yeah.
Quite like
that sounds dope. You can do a whole track off something.
Yeah,
like
I've tried it. It's really fiddly. That's the only thing. It's a little bit like when you're trying to move all the voices, you end up automating in quite an unusual way. It'd be nice if they expanded the capabilities of this. I think it's a bit underrated. But yeah, you could hear like...
that's a bit of feedback for
Ableton,
which we love. Exactly. We love feedback.
If anyone makes Max for Live patches...
Yeah. Ableton, if you're listening, if you're watching this.
Firstly, sponsor us. Big budget. And secondly, sort this out. Let's see if we just go up a fifth. If you could go like...
Oh, that's cool. Oh, dude. I'm really into that.
Let's just put that just with the drums. Yeah. What does that sound like? Maybe the bass won't have it, but let's look. Maybe
it's a lot more subtle in the mix, isn't it?
Yeah. I wonder if you can like step it down as well, what it sounds like. Like maybe like have a little bit of an edge to it. Yeah, like. Yeah, it sounds absolute shite. Okay. But let's see. Let's see.
As we say, it's not all roses and pancakes.
Yeah, exactly. Let's try one of the chords. If we go to the fourth instead of the fifth. So basically, it's playing like this would be like. I guess that's like E minor 7.
Yeah.
And then going down to A minor 7. And this would be the chord 4th D. Needs to go up one more. What would that sound like?
That is quite fiddly.
And it sort of sounds better in certain registers.
Yeah.
You're relying on like the sort of harmonics a little bit with the resource material.
I probably would go through and bounce that to audio so you have a bit more control after the automation.
Like what, sample it?
Basically resample it,
yeah.
Because then it's just like too much fucking around with like...
Yeah, that's a good point.
So you could just do one or two and maybe just do a take lane where you just like fiddle with it heaps and pick out the good parts.
Yeah, like you were showing this on your last video, like jam out like a long pass of it, right? And then just get like 10-15 seconds from like 2 minutes. Yeah. So how would you actually do it? You would just open another track, right?
Literally, yeah.
And record into it, and then just map a couple of these controls to a controller, right?
Yeah, totally, yeah.
So you just have like the root note on a controller, and okay. And maybe, I guess you could do a couple of these other ones. And maybe if you put the scale tool afterwards, it would mean you wouldn't be getting like the wrong notes, right?
Wait, does the scale tool work with a resonator?
Well, if you put it, that's a good point.
I don't think it does.
I'm trying to think, because if you put it now, because it's like audio effectively,
It's
isn't
just
it?
MIDI. The scale tool just affects the MIDI, isn't it? That would be
Yeah.
audio, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, because it's on the actual audio. Good
Yeah.
spot. Well done. Okay. Let's play a little bit of this, because there's a little hook in this. It's a bit.
It sounds like you know what's funny. You know what's funny? I thought that was like a Q-tip sample.
Yeah, it's very hip hop.
It sounds so
sounding,
much
isn't
like
it?
Q-tip.
It's been pitched up. I can't even remember. And whenever I use splice samples, I quite like going for the R&B stuff on house and then just getting one line.
While I'm chillin' low key, catch me on the downslide. I'll be heading up in the wild.
Honestly, I'm really impressed that you have picked out a part that you like out of that.
Yeah, splices are like, yeah.
I'm just gonna shift these a little bit forward.
Yeah,
but
no
keep
worries.
chatting.
So, yeah, it's got this little chop,
I'll be heading up in the
and then it's like sort of talking about Todd Terge. I don't really.
That's cool. What is that lead sound?
It's a little bit. Listen to it today. It feels a little bit like hard. It's like massive, which I don't use a lot of massive.
Yeah.
But I guess I did with this. Like, this is why I don't
Oh,
use
is that
massive.
the new Massive?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I haven't seen that version. I've only
A
got
lot, isn't it?
a lot going on.
I mean, I like the way they've got these shortcuts across the top, because if you're a simple man, then I can reduce the whole plugin to 8 things, and then just look at the rest and go, this looks nice.
Why are they just like macros?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh,
Yeah. But it's quite deep, isn't it? But it's got some nice sounds to it.
I think that's what originally kind of wigged me out using Massive. Even Serum, it's just like too much going on. Bro. Like, I'm just not that into synthesis, basically.
I like it, but I think I like monosynths.
Yeah, okay.
So I like stuff that is simple with like subtractive synthesis style stuff, where I'm like, maybe that's just my ear, but feels like, when I looked, like there's some synths where I've just got hold of, like the Prophet, and I've played with that for 10 minutes and I've just been stuck in some menu. And I know it sounds amazing, the Prophet, but I'm like, how do I just make a sub bass? Do you know what I mean? And it's giving me this like 16 voice portamento thing where it sounds like James Blake or something, and I'm like,
that's funny.
Yeah, I just want something simple.
How did you make this melody? Because I'm actually really interested in how you go about writing melodies. Because it's not that I struggle to write melodies, which I'm not that strong in it, but I definitely struggle to explain how I do it. Because a lot of the time it's just off feel.
Yeah, I would say it's quite similar for me.
Yeah, okay.
One thing I like is I'm a guitarist by trade, and when I'm making melodies, I'm playing a keyboard, which I'm a bit shit at. I really like the fact that it's like you're quite limited by your own technical ability when you're writing melodies, and it becomes maybe simpler in how you approach. Yeah, like I'm more competent on the guitar, but maybe if I was to write a melody on the guitar over a track, and I know dance music doesn't really use guitar that much, it would maybe come out too like complicated maybe.
Whereas, on a guitar? Yeah.
So when you're writing, like I can see this track's in A minor, and it's like, this is like almost like a nursery rhyme melody, really. like, should we actually see if we just put like a really shit sound on it? Let's see what it actually sounds like if it didn't have such a cool preset on it, and be like is it just Farrah Jacka? Yeah. Basically.
Put a little vibraphone in there. So.
Okay. Definitely a vibraphone. Okay. Let's see if my whole aesthetic falls apart at the... Is it just a plugin that you need, basically?
That is a really fun exercise, actually. Like going through all your music and just putting like the shittest sound design on there. And it's true. We'll see if it like actually holds up, you know.
All right, let's play it.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, it sounds... Let's do it without the other two so we can just hear it.
It sounds quite good. Were you actually playing this? Or you
I think so, and then it's quantized. But you can hear that it's like down, 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 down. It's going up a scale and down a scale.
But simple is key with this stuff, man. Exactly like you said. You don't. want it to be like so complicated that you don't know, your brain doesn't know what to follow then.
Yeah. I can't stop picturing that Finder tune now. Ba-ba-ba-ba-dum.
I don't think I know that track.
Like, one of the vibraphone, like the 10 years old.
If I heard it, maybe.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. You know this one.
I actually don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Google
like,
it.
Yeah, Google it. If you're younger than 18, you might have not heard it. But
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, like this tune is... Let's put this little groovy thing back in. Yeah, but I guess to answer the question, I do just loop bits and try and just record stuff. Generally, I'm trying to be like really unfiltered, so...
What do you mean, like, unfiltered?
Like, unjudgmental. So
okay.
I would be like, first of all, melodies can be a bit of a dirty word, right? Sometimes.
Oh, hello.
Well, because sometimes I'm like, it can feel like low-hanging fruit, like in this track.
Sorry, that's the choice of words. Melody's a little dirty little word.
But it's like, sometimes you listen to a track and you're like, oh, this is really cool. And then like a really bad vocal or like melodic hook comes in, you're like, oh, don't know about this anymore.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like the minimal thing, and I find it really hard. I'm a sucker for melody, so I think the music I try and make is way cooler than my music. It's like more minimal and a little bit more abstract.
Yeah, okay.
And then I make like an abstract track, and I'm like, let's put a melody on it.
Yeah.
And then this is where you end up with your sound, I guess. But
I think that's cool. Yeah, exactly. That's just your sound. I think that's cool.
Yeah. Vibraphone melodies over like Latin house beats. But I would just try and write a melody and then come back to it the next day and be like, yay or nay. I think we've all done that where you're like, it's like...
Dude, it's so important to have like time away from the song.
It's also that balance of like getting in like an earworm, something catchy and something cheesy. It's like, there's a little bit of a line there, isn't it? And something like this is meant to be like quite fun. But there's something I wouldn't mind showing in this track. I sent this track off.
Have you released this? You've released?
No, I haven't actually.
But I know that you've sent this to me maybe.
Yes, I sent this to you maybe 6 months ago.
Okay, yeah.
And then I've got some feedback from labels where, like, you know, I've done the thing with this track where it was basically finished, and then I went back in with ears that I'd listened to it a lot and then did stuff to it when it was already finished. You know, like when
because they like the feedback influenced you, is that what you're saying?
Before I sent it off. So basically I reckon I finished it like 7 or 8 months ago, or pretty much finished, and I listened to it lots. And I was like, I might go back in and add this stuff. I should have drawn a line under it quicker.
Yeah.
And I went in and put 2 sections in, I remember, in one day, and then sent it off to labels. And different labels said, get rid of those 2 elements, which I thought was so interesting.
Really?
Yeah, it was like the 2 things I put in 3 months later.
Wow.
And one of them was this little sample, which I just buried. Like bit bonobo-y.
Yeah.
Doesn't really work. Maybe it worked softly. I think it was a little bit loud in the mix when I sent it. And they said it drew out the groove.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, on that sort of melody note, I also added in what can only be described as a Turkish clarinet, maybe. Okay. So I was listening to Eden Burns a lot, and he had this track which had like a really naughty sample in it, and I was like, that doesn't work, but it definitely does. And I was like, respect for like having fun with your sampling.
Yeah.
I think
that is
naughty,
very ethnic.
Yeah. So just to be transparent, I sent that to someone, and as you can see, also downside is decent, but don't love the sustained clarinet sounding bit. And just as a reminder, I have that on my desktop, just to remember that no one loves the sustained clarinet sounding bit, okay? So always listen to your first gut before going in and adding clarinet. And like, the version I send out now obviously doesn't have that in. And this sounds...
Sorry, that is really funny. That's a good affirmation. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. It's like my live, life, love, okay?
Yeah.
But it didn't need it right.
Nah, it didn't. It sounds a bit messy like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you know when a track is finished? Because I think...
Mate, this is the age-old question. I think a lot of the times, like, your track is probably finished. You just need to... create more variation with the parts that you have, and also take things out a lot of the times.
Yeah, you say this actually.
Yeah,
You've said this to me before. Do you feel like you write from a position of like dense or like sparse?
I always write. It's actually, I don't know, man. I think sometimes I feel like there's too much going on, and then sometimes I feel like there's not enough. But a lot of the times, sorry, my throat's a bit cooked. A lot of the times, I think the best way is to just be as far removed as possible. So like if you can give it like, usually 2 or 3 days is like a good sweet spot for me, where it's enough time that I've kind of forgotten what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Like don't listen to it, you just can't listen to it one time. Because then give yourself even like a week and then listen to it again. This is when you like have deadlines. But
yeah,
I mean, if you give it months, a lot of the times the track will sound finished, I think. Because you're just listening to it as like a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you ever get like bored? Like, do you ever over listen and then get bored? Like, you know,
Yeah,
we all
yeah,
have
yeah.
tracks which we sit on for like ages, years,
course,
right?
yeah,
And then
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, it probably was fixed, but because you change, right? And your
Yeah,
perception
totally,
of the
yeah, yeah.
track changes, and then you end up getting slightly bored and just want to put like a shiny new thing on it, basically.
100%. I think that's why it's really important to try and release music like in the pocket of when you make
Yeah.
it. Because like, exactly, I've got all these tunes, man, like that I made like probably 4 or 5 years ago, even 6 years ago. At the time, I just questioned the fuck out of myself.
Yeah.
And now listening back, I'm like, this is actually quite good, but the moment's gone. So I'm just thinking I'm going to maybe just do like an archive release on Bandcamp and be like, hey, these are songs that I've made. It's not really where I'm at now, but like you might like them.
Yeah, the classic undersell, right?
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Well, it's also, which is, wouldn't be.
Yeah.
It's like the feedback I always get.
It
It's
actually
like,
makes me feel better about myself.
yeah, exactly.
There's all my hard work.
Yeah. And then people, exactly, if I like oversell it and then people are like, this is shit, then I'm not gonna...
I told you it was shit. Yeah. I've already destroyed myself with this.
There's nothing else you can say.
Yeah.
My real name is Clarence. Or whatever.
No, I think that's important though. And you've said this to me before, like, I feel like I'm sitting on a lot of music and I'm at the point where I'm like, I feel like I want to cleanse it and get past it a little bit and move into like, you want to always be excited by what you're doing.
100%.
And always be excited by what you're releasing.
Totally, yeah. And to go, sorry, just to retract,
go
back a little bit on what you're saying about knowing when stuff is done. Like a lot of the time, I mean, even Haley says it. It's like if it's 80% done, it's done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like nothing's 100%. And a lot of the times, like when you listen, especially to your own music, because you know it like back to front, like if it's, as long as you're not getting like bored in sections, then I think it's fine. Because like obviously that happens too. Like when you listen to your own music, take notes, however you consume. Like whenever you're editing stuff, I assume you do like the car test or you listen on the train or whatever.
Yeah, the car test is a good one, isn't it?
Yeah. But just get your eyes away from the screen, basically. That's the most important thing. Walk around the house.
And then take notes right on your phone with what needs doing.
Listen to it on different sound sources, all that kind of shit. And then a lot of the times if you find yourself thinking like, for me, the biggest thing that happens is I go, when's this next part coming in? And then I go, okay, if I'm thinking that, I just go into Ableton and I just cut the whole section out.
Yeah.
Like if there's parts where I'm getting bored, then I'm just like, it doesn't have to be there.
Yeah, your intuition kicks in those bits as well. Yeah. I feel that as well.
I always say to my students, I think when it comes to arrangement, because finishing a song, a lot of it is arrangement stuff.
Yeah.
And whether it's interesting enough. And I always say like, make your safe version where you're like scared to take risks.
Yeah.
And then copy the project and then make a really risky version where you just go, this is out. Just be super harsh and don't worry about the decisions that you're making because you have a backup. And then most of the time, you're going to find an in-between.
It's almost like the dub edit, the dub remix,
exactly,
isn't it?
yeah,
it's like the one where it's like, this is going to be the flip of the main track.
I've noticed that even with like making content or whatever. Like when you're, for instance, like say I want to put like a minute into a reel.
Yeah.
And then I put all these parts and then it's like, oh, it's 2 minutes. How am I going to get this down? And then I realize there's so many extra words I'm saying that just don't even remotely contribute to what I'm trying to get across.
It's hard to be succinct though, isn't it?
Huh?
It's hard to be succinct sometimes.
No, 100%. And that's why if you create backups and then you can be like super harsh and then most of the time you're like, actually, this is quite good. I don't need to go back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, just it's very like liberating and freeing. I feel like.
Yeah, I think that's smart. Smart. Yeah.
How do you know when a track's finished?
I find that bit the hardest. I'm almost at a point where I think like it's better not to listen to the track, like you said, for quite some time, and then try and come in a week later. The thing, what happens with me is I tend to go through phases, like most musicians, of liking and not liking the track. This one has been one where I've liked it, maybe because it's quite fun and it's like easy to get along with.
Yeah.
But some tracks just torture you a little bit, don't they?
Oh yeah.
And
it's important to remember that you have good taste in other songs. So if you like your own song at a certain point, then it is good.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if you liked it, I heard someone else saying that. I wish I could quote them, but I got that from someone else, and I was like, that's such a good point. Like if you like a song for like a night or the next morning or whatever, then it's probably pretty good or good enough.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I think when do you DJ your tracks much?
Very rarely, but recently I have more because I'm actually making the music that I play.
That's exactly what this is. It's it's like the slightly moving away from like home listening electronic music towards more like club stuff, right?
Yeah, that's like one thing it's a funny thing. It's one thing that fucking shits me that people do when they go like, Retzo, you don't play your own music. And it's like, dude, I'm playing like 130 BPM techno and my own music is like 120 like listening music. I'm not gonna like slip this in. Like, but you should be playing all your own music. It's like, eventually this whole club's gonna leave. Not that, I mean, I do that anyway.
It's an interesting one. So we sound like we're doing the same thing. Is it just because you want to play your own music that you're writing into it a bit more?
I like the challenge. Lately, I've just enjoyed the challenge of like trying to make music that people would like dance to, I suppose.
Yeah, me too. It feels a little bit easier to make in some respect.
Oh, I don't. For me, it doesn't.
No,
I find it way harder.
I think structurally, it becomes like in a pattern.
Oh,
like,
true, yeah.
It's maybe that's more like on the arrangement things, and it feels like you definitely have to write sparser.
Yeah.
Which is something
less
that is
more,
like I'm very like I really love like long pads and stuff like that and like dreamy sound and stuff, and I'm like trying to avoid using those sounds because I'm they're like not the antithesis of dancing, but it's like not helping to the overall emotion and stuff like that.
That's interesting you say that because I do actually find it harder to write music that's like people dance to, because I think it's also because a lot of the time it's like when I make music it's like reflecting of my mood at the time and all the music I've been listening to, and it's like when I'm at home I don't really listen to like dance music that much.
Do you know?
Or like maybe when I go for a run or something, but not not around the house, like never around the house.
Oh, that's quite interesting. I think I listen to quite a lot of DJ sets at the moment.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it feels like, I'm quite like living in that tech housey space at the moment, which feels nice actually. But I don't like going out to like big parties, so I like listening to. I guess I like tech house has got like the underground sound, which is a bit more minimal rather than like the euphoric Ibiza sound. The more commercial side of it, and I think I can get into like the minimal side at home, okay, but I understand it. It's like it's not ideal when you're trying to cook like moussaka to put tech house on, is it?
You're speaking my language, literally.
Yeah. What would you put on to when you're cooking moussaka then?
Oh, I mean, like always, just kind of like soul-y kind of music. I mean, at the moment, me and Haley just been listening to like Olivia Dean all the time.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, that album's like amazing. Yeah. But stuff like that, probably.
Yeah.
Or just like. I mean, it's so random, but like, just whatever. I'll usually just find an album I'm into and I'll just like rinse it.
Yeah. Until you hate it.
Yeah, until you hate it. Exactly.
Exactly. Why did I even listen to this?
Yeah.
Should we go through like another little bit of this?
Yeah.
This is very vibey throughout the tracks. So there's not loads of like, I think this was a bit of a skill for me. Like, not it's skillful, but like to not change the vibe too much. So like if you drop the needle through it, it's sort of really clearly still is the track.
Okay.
Yeah, we've listened to this melody bit. There's a vibey bit coming up where I'm allowed to put sustained chords in.
Yeah, I mean that's very like iconic and memorable for this song. I feel
Yeah.
Like. Yeah.
I think I've got rid of
What
it.
is that sound, by the way?
I think, again, it's
They're little...
massive. It's weird, like, looking at this, because I don't remember using massive ever since this, basically. So, it's just like, I get this is like using a sample. There's a dub thing here. Oh, that's weird. It's playing different chords, but they all sound the same.
Yeah.
So this must...
Yeah, that's a really cool sound.
Advanced optics. Okay, should we put that on a marimba? I think we know what that would sound like. What would it actually sound like if we just play it? That's cool.
Is that the... Yeah, that's a cool sound. Is there like a sequencer on it or something?
No, well, yeah, there
Or
must be.
alpha or something.
Yeah, there's something up, like, because
A gate or something like that.
it'd be cool if it was a bit more active so you could see what was going on. What's this play? Oh, wow. Right, okay, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave that alone. That looked fun.
That sounds awesome, though.
Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? It's a, and then we've got, talking about like synths. Yeah, this is like what I commonly do, I guess, with my more like electronic-y stuff. I love this tape malfunction thing.
What is that?
I think is it an Ableton plugin?
I don't know if I've ever seen that. That's surely Max for Live. Or is it in Shifter?
It's in Shifter. Okay, and there's a preset called tape malfunction, and it just basically makes it go like it does that, like almost like if you press stop and start quick. I mean, I guess you can see that's like it's quite cool. You can change what that is. So that is like a pitch envelope, I think.
And it's just, oh, that's dope. Dude.
Yeah, it sounds quite nice.
I've never heard of this thing. That's good.
Oh,
that's
so that's
awesome.
on full. So it's really wonky, right? And I guess I could speed it up.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
It's
man.
nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, if you
Just want to close that side window. Don't close it, but you just like, that's fine.
More real estate.
Yeah. No, leave it open.
Yeah, okay.
I still want it to be like slightly centered, just like, exactly.
Yes. Okay, so.
The tape malfunction, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's just the name of the preset.
Wait, and what is this affecting exactly?
The chords, so the which is just like, I guess this must be the mini log.
But you've taken down the dry wet quite a bit.
Yeah, just because it's the, I think I
okay.
think it must be like a chop. Oh yeah, there's an auto pan on here. I really like, when you use the auto pan in mono.
Yeah.
And you can do quite cool with it. The new version of the auto pan's really nice actually. Yeah. Because it's got an LFO belt with it. I saw Max Cooper demonstrating how, the electronic music producer, and he was doing, it's really cool. He was doing he was saying about how you have like two auto pans in mono and then use one with like a long. This is basically what he does with a lot. Have you heard this thing called mud pieing?
Mud pie?
Yeah. So he basically has like all these pedals and he just runs chords through it, and it's just, so he'll have like a progression like this. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent here. But
this is very interesting.
It's quite interesting because I listened to his records and be like, I have no idea.
His sound design is insane.
It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he basically records on a Prophet sort of stuff like this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is probably even cleaner without like reverb, just. And then he's basically putting them through a lot of pedals with pitching effects, and then basically using the LFOs from two auto panners to automate them, amongst other things.
Oh, really?
So he basically samples and then resamples, and then prints, and then would go in again. So he would get like a big chain like this of loads of cuts, and then go in again, put it through the effects again, and pitch that up. Yeah, so it's like passing things through.
That's how you achieve like really whack sounds that are like very original. It's just like resample and resample.
Yeah.
You're never gonna get it if you just leave shit in MIDI and like be precious with the.
Exactly, and like putting a couple of plugins, unless they're like really, really like got lots of different things built in, it's gonna sound nice, but it's not gonna be maybe abstract. Which that's not really a strength of my like sound design, really. I think I like things to sound quite simple anyway. But it's impressive when you hear people like mentioned Nicholas Yar before. He has a lot of that stuff, right? You're just like, what is going on here?
Totally, yeah.
But Yeah,
but this is just kind of like adult. This is like more backgroundy textual.
Yeah. And I guess this is the bit that could have been cut out. Reset the auto. Yeah, I quite like that.
Yeah.
And then it basically.
So this is like a bridge in a way?
Yeah, it's just before the ending of the DJ bit. We got the vocal.
Oh, that's cool. Bit of a, what do you call it, like a callback.
Yeah, exactly. And then it just basically fades out.
Nice.
What was nice of this track is because it's very simple, the beat, right? There's not. Was just like learning to like use layers a lot. So like to make things sound big, you can't really have just one of each layer now in like modern production.
Yeah.
So it's like the backbeat is the only thing that's happening, but just having like loads of different claps, right, and to thicken stuff up.
Yeah.
What do you tend to do when you're coming to your drums? I know that's a very general
Yeah,
question.
I know. I've started using loops a lot again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've done the same thing.
And just like layering them and just having them using them more as tops and stuff, and then just using like your standard kick, clap, and hat, and then some conga or whatever.
Yeah.
And then just whacking in like heaps of loops. Because like, first of all, it's quicker, and second of all, like you can still like make cool grooves like out of the loops, and then just like I'll cut bits out of the loop and like repeat them, and then consolidate them and just like mesh them up a bit.
100%.
And a lot of the times, like I won't ever use or try not to ever use like a loop as like a main part of the song. It's just to like beef stuff up.
Yeah, it's like more of the. It's the organic thing, isn't it? A lot of the time with it, and like getting the swing quickly. One thing I love in Ableton, I mean, it's such a silly, simple thing, but the beat transient thing.
That's like I use that thing like all the time.
It's so useful, and it's weird how you can't automate that. It's almost
Mate, I know. More feedback, Ableton.
Yeah. How have they not clocked on that is such a big part?
I know. It's unbelievable that you can't automate that.
And you can't map it either.
Yeah, I know.
Even
these whole, none of this shit you can. And that's because I was talking about this last time with the loop.
Yeah.
How I just make a little short key for the loop because there's no short key for it.
Is there not?
I don't know. Do you know what it is?
No, I mean, definitely not L.
Yeah. Exactly. So what I do with all my projects is I map it to Q because Q doesn't do anything.
So why would you want to map it on and off?
Because if I do this right, this is like say I unloop, say I then go Command J.
Yeah.
And to loop it, it doesn't automatically loop. So then I just hit Q so it loops.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So because I work a lot in audio, and then I always want to like make new loops and then consolidate them, and then but they don't automatically loop, so you always have to go in and press loop. But if you map it to a random key, I just go Command J, hit Q, loop.
Right. Okay. How come you need to make that into a loop though?
Because then, what if I want to then drag it out again? It's making new loops out of it. Yeah.
Do you know what? I don't think I've ever clocked that that's a thing to do. I always am just like this.
Like Command D.
Yeah. Right, that's the poor man's way.
Well,
okay. That's like the Logic way of doing things, isn't it? They have the L button and it just loops everything infinitely.
Yeah.
Indefinitely.
Yeah.
So you just go like that and you press L and it's just like 70 minutes of like...
That's also true. I mean... Yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
That's a good point. I'm not really sure. But sometimes, I think it's more for a visual thing because I like to have certain parts looped.
So wait there, if that's not looped, I can't drag them.
No, you can't. No. I mean, it just goes to the end of
yeah,
whatever the thing is.
Okay, the rest because it says double length.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I don't know if that's like a...
No, that's definitely useful to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because then what I would do then is, this is why it becomes useful to me, is like say I consolidated that. Like say I just consolidated that. Or do it on the... Sorry, let me just do
No, it's okay, don't worry.
So say I consolidated that and then I looped it.
Yeah.
Then I would then go at this, right? And then I would make, say... Then I'd go and edit this part, this part, this part, this part, and then consolidate all that, and then loop the whole thing. So they have like a loop of a loop, basically.
Yeah.
That has variations in there.
What type of things would you do, like on the envelope, right? Like stuff
like
maybe
here. Like an envelope, exactly. Like
it'd be nice if this was a bit more easily accessible, right?
Yeah.
It fits a bit Like this type of stuff. Is this what you're talking about? Or
yeah,
what
or
other
even just cut
processes?
bits out, or like pitch bits down, like just shit like that.
Ah,
Yeah, so just
okay.
make whatever really. It doesn't really matter,
like
but-
different,
Yeah.
whatever's going on with the material. Okay, that's
yeah.
cool actually, like to see it that way. I really like the algorithm here when you do this tones thing with vocals.
Okay, yeah.
If you tried that,
Well, and then
like stretch out vocals,
Oh, okay, yeah.
it can it sound really good for like I don't know, maybe this is a bit weird with this vocal. Yeah, but what's going on with this one? Like if we just got that, I mean it's really good for I guess like tech housey stuff if you stretch it out.
Oh yeah. Wait, how'd you do that?
Shift and then just drag it, but it needs to be warped.
Shift and drag.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, we got a
There you
shortcut
go.
from each other for each.
Wow.
One gripe
That's a
with this.
really good trick.
One gripe with this is it's almost like the algorithm doesn't let you do it as much as you want. So you sort of have to consolidate.
Yeah. Oh, so you're like, then you can just do it again. And then it
Yeah.
like has a capacity basically.
yeah.
It's like if you put the gain up, it only goes to plus 24. or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then if you go to the tones thing, I mean, this is getting quite out there. It wouldn't work on this track, but
Wow,
that's
really cool.
That's gone quite weird actually. But that's fine if I don't go too
No,
hard.
I know what you're saying.
Like, especially if you like sidechain it against the actual vocal.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
It's like that ravey.
Yeah, I was gonna sound. It sounds like the drum and bass thing, like selector.
Yeah. Selector. Yeah. It's a bit weird like that, but
No, but I mean, this is quite useful.
yeah.
Like you could use that on so many different things.
In breakdowns, I think you hear this quite a lot,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
you? This sort of like glitched. I wonder how they actually did that originally. Do you think it's the same thing that's like on an old processor, like an Akai machine?
Yeah,
Because it's not dated, but it's an old sound. That
It
isn't
just
it?
reminds me of like garage or something, right?
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
weren't doing it in. But they wouldn't have had time stretching like this. So it must have been
Yeah.
like a specific hardware which they did it in, or like a sampler must have had like a weird
Yeah.
mode or something like that. But that's how I
cool,
worked
man.
out how to try and get it with there anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the gist of this track.
Nice, man.
Yeah, it's quite like funky. I don't really like that word, but fun. Okay. Also, my favourite thing to do is this. I only clocked onto this last year. Is to have a MIDI track at the bottom, which is the bounce. So you can just anytime you want to bounce it, you can click that and hit the shortcut, and it knows the length of it. Because I hate having to do this.
Yeah.
You know where you're like,
highlight it all. Yeah.
zoom out, and then you're like, where does it end? And it's like,
Hey, that is a good little tip.
yeah,
I've
'cause
never
look, you have
thought
to,
about that.
You have to go out and do that, and it's just like, okay, that took too long, and just as soon as you have your track in place, just have that in the bottom.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, someone showed me that on their projects. Yeah, the other thing
nice.
is my little side chains at the top. Oh, there's
Yeah.
only one in this track, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Are you big on side chaining? Or you just use it kind of like where you need to?
Yeah, I like usually, and it's not on this template, but usually I have 3 different rhythms. Like so for gating, sometimes I use it. I like. Let's see. Let's see. Is it sidechaining properly? Yeah, really subtle though. Right. What's that? Oh, it's 2 dB, I guess. On the.
I'm the same. I don't sidechain like crazy. Like I just do enough for things to just poke through. You know.
Exactly. I think
yeah.
that's if you do those little things, they stack up over time.
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
they? Over the most of it, and yeah, the kicks got probably a bit too much sustain. Maybe I don't know. This
It also, I wouldn't base the mix on like this room. This room isn't like, even my tracks don't sound a bit weird in here.
yeah, but I think pretty subtle with sidechaining actually.
When you're like mapping this out, do you just start with like 16 bar loops and then you kind of just go through and make an arrangement, or?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm really one thing. I think if I don't get an arrangement down in an hour or two, I won't ever do anything with the track.
Really?
I'm even if it's like, say I'm here, right? Even if I'm just there, like I've just got, let's say that, like the main thing, I would just like get the whole thing, duplicate it like 20 times, and then just be like, just do the classic scaffolding up and down, and then try and. I think like you get loads of happy accidents, but sometimes even just being like, I'm not even going to look, and just be like, let's take some stuff out and then listen to it, and you'd be like, oh, that's cool, that's weird. It's the kick and the melody.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like
that's a good tip.
it's like leaving a bit of chance in there, and then I don't actually do the whole like start from a really dense loop. I try and just get like a vibe going and then slowly build it up. But I think because like what we were talking about before with the DJ structure and trying to write tunes out, I'm just trying to be like, have like 1 or 2 sections, and then I feel like arranging is fairly self-explanatory if you're trying to make it club friendly, right?
Yeah, like the 30 bar, like the intro, the minute intro, and like all that kind of shit. Yeah.
And I'm really going for that thing now where it's like make it 4 to 5 minutes and have like make it so it's easy to play.
Yeah,
Do you know
totally.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some convenience is key.
exactly. Yeah. Entice all the DJs to play it, basically. But I think that's the track.
Nice, man. I was going to ask you another thing, but I've already forgotten what the follow-up question was. So, was there anything else you want to talk about in this?
Let's see what else. I mean, the bass line is...
Oh, that's very cool. Is that a real bass?
That one will be, by the looks of it. Yeah,
is that you like slapping the bass?
It's weird, isn't it? That's just a sub, isn't it? And then this is just like...
That works really well together, though.
Yeah. It's a bit krauty, isn't it? I reckon that's the edge.
Man, that makes... Oh, so they're just all synths. I thought that, like...
The top one is definitely is a VST, obviously. It's bass or whatever that's called, but it's just a triangle by the looks of it.
Yeah, wow.
I find it quite... One thing I do really like is, like, sub-bass coming from digital synths. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's a bit more, like, reliable.
Yeah, I think so. And just because it's maybe functional is a better word, like, in the track. But I always like that the higher sounds to come from either like I have like an SH101 copy thing, which I love.
And what will you do? Do you then put them all in the group, and then on the group do you do anything or
some side? It's quite simple this stuff, track. And like you can hear there, like the sound design is simple, right? It's almost out the way. Yeah, but there's it's grooving, isn't it? With the.
I like you got a phase on one of those things.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
There's a lot of compression going on there. It's quite loud now, isn't it? Yeah. And I did see like one other little funky brother where there was like a little synthy thing, which I guess is like something I will do on. I've only got like a couple of synths, but I'm like in most of pretty much all my tracks, I'll make sure I put like a little analog-y sequencer thing. We had it before.
Do you like just draw in a lot of your stuff, or do you use your MIDI keyboard and like try to play things?
I hardly draw in anything. Maybe just drum patterns. I'll draw in occasionally. Like I hardly draw in anything. I'll go in and edit definitely afterwards, right? I'll play stuff, quantize it, and then. At the moment, I've been using sequences loads. I love using sequences. I've lost this little synthy thing. Is it?
As in sequences that are just within Ableton, or?
But both.
Yeah.
Sending it out to like synths that I've got, or like the peak, for example. This is the peak. It's not the peak. It's the edge. That's just its own sequencer.
So this is a hardware synth.
It's just like a cheap little thing. So you can see, look, there's a massive pass there.
Nice.
Like you were talking about before, right? Oh, it's got that transient thing on it. Oh, it's been pitched.
Wow, that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
See, that would be dope if you could, like when you opened up the transient thing, if you could just like automate that. Yeah, I mean, you might be able to like record it.
With your finger here, though, which is so unmusical. It's like, this isn't what I got 25 grand in debt for, so I can hold one finger down. I was like, swipe with the other. Yeah. I quite like these. I mean, if I'm being honest, I'd quite like to make music that just did this. For ages, like someone like John Talabot and like the Talabomany people do a lot of that stuff where it's like one hardware. It's like chugging along with just, they're having too much fun, right? It almost just, I listen to that stuff and I'm like, I don't know whether many people would dance to it, but it just feels quite like, sort of like ambient music with beats in a way.
Yeah.
Because there's not much changing, right?
You need patience for that stuff. I mean, some people do, obviously, but...
Listen? Or
to listen.
Yeah.
Not to play. I mean, I think as like a producer or a creative person, it's so fun to do that shit.
Yeah.
But like...
Have an hour-long jam.
Yeah. But like, when people are listening to it on the dance floor, they need like... You need to make sure they have the patience. Or maybe you just play like a series of bangers and then it's like, listen to this for a second.
It's quite good in a DJ set when you get a track like that, just to break things up. Doesn't it? And you're like, oh, not much is happening here. Well, it's like a little respite from it all as well. Yeah.
Well, nice, man. I feel like that was very...
that was fun.
Yeah. It's good to...
Signed, sealed, delivered.
I feel like I want to just do this.
Yeah. Will you sign my track?
Yeah. Are you gonna? Yeah, exactly. Are you planning on releasing this, or you're still waiting for? You don't know.
I want to put this in like 3 other tracks, which have got. This is probably the more commercial sound of them. I guess the others have got less of the vocals.
Yeah.
I've got like 4, which I feel like are in the same. They're basically all like 129, 130, and I feel like they're sort of 4 to the floor. Groovy. Yeah. So I don't want to put them out on like an actual record.
Yeah, sweet.
That process has taken a while, but it's there. It will happen.
It will happen, baby. Keep believing.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, let's cut it there. I feel like that was really good.
Yeah.
Nice one,
How long have we talked? Oh, wow, we did nearly an hour, man.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.